What's up, you guys? You're welcome to the Pop Culture Parrot. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time I post. So let's get right into it. So the first thing on our plate today is a very old clip of Rihanna and Jay-Z that has resurfaced on the internet. And it's just a really scary thing to watch because it feels like the relationship between Rihanna and Jay-Z is not what we thought it was. And the contract, because if you know, Rihanna is signed to Jay-Z or was signed to Jay-Z. I don't know if she fully got out of the contract after dropping 9 albums, but the contract that signed her to Jay-Z, a video came out or an interview was published, and it seemed that Rihanna did not enter into that contract with Jay-Z of her own will or of her own volition. There was force involved. Let's just watch the video so you get a better view.
Okay, then we sat down and we talked, and they was talking about how she would stay in the studio and try to get the verse over, and then come back the next day. I was like, oh, work ethic, everything is there. So we signed it that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 in the morning was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 in the morning.
Wow.
That day, I was absolutely certain.
To you. Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, you did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed, or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So there you have it. In Jay-Z's segment of the interview, he stated that we did not let her leave the office, and the meeting began by 3 p.m. and she didn't leave the office until 3 a.m. And then Rihanna, in her segments, stated that Jay-Z told her that there are only 2 ways to leave the office, either through the door after signing the contract or through the window without signing the contract. And they were on the 29th floor. I don't think you understand how insane that is. That is so crazy. Because if Rihanna was so eager to sign the contract, he would not have needed to threaten her. Because to tell someone that there are only 2 ways to leave an office is either through the door or through the window of the 29th floor is not only false imprisonment, it's also coercion, it's manipulation, and whatever contract you sign under duress is genuinely not valid. But how does a 16-year-old Rihanna know this when she had allegedly no lawyer in the office to help her with the contracts? And it sort of explains why someone will drop 9 albums back to back to back to back and then never drop music again. And never ever drop music again. Because I don't... People who wait for Rihanna have a lot of faith, because I don't believe she's coming back to music anytime soon. Because for you to drop 9 albums, it means 2 things. It's either you're really, really passionate and you really, really love music, which I believe she does. But 9 albums, does she really love music 9 albums much within the span of how many years? And that's why when Nicki tries to warn us about this man, I really just keep quiet and listen. I really just keep quiet and listen, because the people on the inside of the industry know who he really is. They know who he really is. If you remember, Nicki stated that she did not make a single dime from Tidal. After investing and promoting it, she did not make a single dime. Because apart from Beyonce, no one promoted Tidal like Nicki. But anyways, apparently Rihanna is not the only one trying to get out of contractual agreements. People are speculating, the Barbs are speculating, that the reason Nicki wants to drop Pink Friday 3 so soon and next year is because she's trying to get out of her contract with Cash Money / Republic Records. Because if you remember on her song Want Some More, she stated that Cash Money is getting 6 albums and Pink Friday 3 would be her 6th album. Meaning that if Nicki does this, she might allegedly would be free from her contractual obligations to Republic and Cash Money, or just Cash Money, because Heavy on It is under Republic. So you know how you could have a record label like Warner Bros. And then have another record label under it, like Young Money's under Republic Records, among other things. So that's how Heavy on It is under Republic Records. Not under per se, but Republic Records, Nicki stated that they would be responsible for the distribution of Heavy on It artists. So if Nicki gets out of that contractual obligation to Cash Money / Republic Records, she would be able to drop fully under Heavy on It. And I don't know whether that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, because I feel Republic Records is such an established records that can give her the promo and the budget that she wants. But at the same time, all of Nicki's money would be coming directly to her as the owner or the CEO of Heavy on It Records. But I do hope that Nicki is able to give herself promo, because if you know one thing about Nicki, she doesn't care about promo. She doesn't care about numbers. She just really wants to put out the music. And while that's a good thing for her, the Bobs are not always happy about that, because the Bobs want her to go number one. The Bobs want her to go number one on Spotify. They want her to go number one on Billboard. They want her to go number one on iTunes. They want her to basically be this charting beast that she has the potential to be. But Nicki really doesn't buy into that. She doesn't care anymore. She's established herself. That's why if you notice, Pink Friday 2 had almost no singles. And after the release of the album got no singles, no music videos, nothing. And if you tune into Nicki on Station Head, she explicitly stated that Republic wanted to push some singles from the Pink Friday 2 album. And she said no. That she did not put out the album for singles or to get number ones, that she just really wanted us to listen to the music. Like, babe, we can listen to the music and have the records do well at the same time. They are not mutually exclusive. One doesn't take away from the other. And I feel that's just the point she has gotten to in her career, when numbers don't matter to her. But it matters to the Barbs. It matters a lot to the Barbs. And Nicki be capping. I know numbers do matter to her. Maybe not as much as we want it to matter. But when those songs be charting high, she clowns them. She clowns the girls that thought that they were that believed they were more successful than her. When those tour numbers gross high, she drags the people that thought they were on her level, thinking you bigger, they got your head gassed. So I do think numbers do matter to her a little, but it's not on the level that we want it to matter to her. So that's one of the scary things about her wanting to own her own record label, because are you going to push your records? Because you have shown it to us countlessly that you don't care that much, even to put out music videos that are obviously promotion for your songs. But we just have to trust Nicki. She didn't get this far in the game without knowing exactly what she's doing. Because I think it's foolishness for us to stay on the outside of the industry and judge what's going on the inside that we can't see. We can only speak on and form opinions out of what is being shown to us. But any further than that, we really have no idea what's actually going on. Moving on, Latto. If you remember, in the past few weeks, Latto's phone and Twitter got allegedly hacked. And she went on a tweeting spree about a lot of things. And one of the things she tweeted about was Nicki Minaj, calling Nicki Minaj a fat bee, among other things. So obviously, she said her Twitter was hacked, so she's stating that it wasn't her, obviously. But the interview that she did with Angela Reese, stating that, oh, it wasn't me, my phone was hacked, the stories were not adding up. They really were not adding up. So I would just attach the clip here for you to form your opinion on it.
And it's not opening. So I'm like, but my service is back. I'm not even knowing my phone got service because I'm at home now and it's connected to the Wi-Fi.
Right.
My whole phone lost service, but I'm trying to get on Twitter, and it wasn't letting me log in. So I go to my email and it say, oh, thanks for giving permission to @. This gives this account permission to DM, tweet, everything. So I'm like, what the then I'm like, oh, my phone show was tripping earlier. So I tell Brooke, because I'm auntie, like grandma as fuck
Yeah.
with technology. I don't know nothing about that. So I tell Brooke, I'm like, da-da-da. She like, wait, listen, your SIM card might have got hacked. My SIM card got hacked. Like, how the fuck is y'all doing this?
How is that happening?
How do that happen? So I had to get a whole new phone.
That's crazy. And people thought you was really tweeting it.
And I'm like, bruh.
They thought you was really tweeting
Then
it.
they get the tweet about shouting. I'm like, now they really gonna believe this.
What?
That's not me.
So yeah, that was basically it. But there are a lot of inconsistencies in Latto's story because SIM cards don't get hacked just like that. Your SIM card can get duplicated, but not hacked. And if it is duplicated, it doesn't automatically give people access to your Twitter. And that's just one of the many inconsistencies. But let's see what people are saying about the whole fiasco. Your SIM card got hacked and that gave them access to your Twitter of all accounts. Was better off saying your niece had her phone or something. So you get hacked and the first thing a hacker does is tweet about Nicki Minaj. Like, can we be so serious for once? And her saying she doesn't work well with technology when she records phone convos and do foot slideshows on Twitter. Like, what? And I think this was the biggest gag tweet I've seen come out of this situation because you're not tech savvy, but you can record phone calls and you can make slideshows on Twitter. You could record the phone call, post the phone call, but Latto is not tech savvy. Latto knows nothing about technology. Latto knows nothing about technology. So I wouldn't say for a fact that, oh, her phone wasn't hacked or anything, because I can say that. But all I'm saying is that it's suspicious. It's very, very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. But that's about that. We hope for nothing actually. Let her go on about her life and hopefully not get quote unquote hacked again. So let me know in the comments if you really do think Latto was hacked or she was just being manipulative again. Anyways, Cardi is getting dragged for allegedly getting back with Offset. People believe that Cardi and Offset might be back together. And one of the first clues was Offset and her being buddy at her son's party, that's Wave's party. But I don't really see that as an issue because they're both parents. They share children, three children. Three children is a lot, so they're obviously going to co-parent. And Offset is not going to be absent for his child's birthday because him and the mother are having issues. But what really sparked the whole are they back together is this particular TikTok that Cardi posted. So that was basically the TikTok that she posted that had people speculating, oh, you're back with Offset or they're at least flirting again. And I do hope that that's not the case because it just screams a lack of self-respect. It screams, I'm attached to this man and I can't do without him. Oh, he can cheat on me however much he wants. I have no self-respect, so I have to be with him. So I really pray that's not the situation because that would be a really, really bad look for her. But anyways, so Cardi will go on to clarify and saying, "Dear Body Gang, I want you guys to stop taking my TikToks and posts so serious. I want to go back to how I used to be on social media, joking, talking about different situations, relationships, etc. Not everything is related to my life. Well, I cannot do that if you guys are taking things so personal. I'm just being silly. Relax, love y'all, enjoy." So yeah, Cardi B is basically stating that not everything she posts relates to her personally. But I don't know. We can't say she's going to get back with Offset just because of that one post. We just have to keep watching and see. But that's about it for today. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe. Please subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post.